So I wanted to talk a little bit about my daughter and what we have been going through with her. So she was diagnosed with a condition called craniosynostosis, and what that is the premature fusion of the sutures of the infant's skull. So when a baby is born, they have soft spots and their head is not supposed to fuse all the way together until they're around 2 or 3 years old. But my baby, Rai, was born with one of hers already fused shut. So she was born with her sagittal, which is like this one, yeah, this one right up here, pretty sure. I should double check that. But I'm pretty sure it means that this one had closed all the way. So what was happening is it was causing her head to kind of grow out like this. And honestly, I didn't know. Like, she was born with it, and I did notice that she had a different head shape, especially because she's a cousin that's only 3 weeks older than her. And when I looked at both of them, her cousin had like a really great round head, and she never did. But it wasn't that noticeable. I think because she has sagittal and not one of the other forms, it's less noticeable that something is wrong, because even though her head was growing kind of out like this, there wasn't her face wasn't off, or her ears, one thing wasn't higher than the other. So it was a lot harder to tell, and her pediatrician never said anything. So because he never said anything either, I didn't think twice about it. I just thought, babies have weird shaped heads, which unfortunately wasn't the case. I mean, they do have weird shaped heads, but it wasn't the case in our situation. So how we found out that she had it is that she has hemangiomas, which are like little, well, hers are little, I guess they could be any shape or size, little strawberry marks that can be puffy or raised, or they can be flat and bruised like. So she has a hemangioma at the base of her spine, and her butt crack, instead of going up like this, comes into a Y shape. So both those things can signal that maybe there's something else going on with the spinal cord. So we were referred over to pediatric neurosurgery so that she would have an MRI so they could see if in fact her spinal cord was attached. So we got her MRI done, and then we went back to her appointment with the pediatric neurosurgery, and the doctor was like, I want to tell you, some good news and maybe some not so great news. So she told us that her results for the tethered cord were negative, so that means that she did not have a tethered spinal cord. So we were like, whew, good, she doesn't have a tethered spinal cord. And she was like, however, your baby's head is really narrow. And we were like, okay, her head's narrow. And she was like, can I feel her head? So Rai has always had a ridge right here on the top of her head, which I did realize, I just didn't know that was a problem. And I don't remember if her pediatrician felt that or not. I can't remember if he felt her head or not. So the doctor felt the ridge on Ryland's head, and she was like, by looking at your child, I'm fairly certain that she has craniosynostosis, that she has sagittal craniosynostosis, but we're going to need a CT scan to confirm. And we were like, okay, what does that mean? And she told us that that means that her head had prematurely fused together, and it was causing it to grow out like this. And we were like, okay, so what if we don't do anything about it? And she was like, well, if you don't do anything about it, it will continue to grow in that shape. It could give her headaches. It could potentially lead to some other problems. But the thing that really struck me at that point when she was talking about it is she was like, well, kids can be pretty mean. And when she said that, it hit me like, oh, that means that her head shape is going, if we left it alone, would be so noticeable eventually that it was not a normal head shape. And we definitely didn't want that for our child, so we were glad that at least it was correctable. So from the time we found out that she possibly had this to the time we got surgery was 12 days. So it all went by really quickly because they wanted the surgery to be done before she was 1. Because I guess after they're 1, the skull bones are harder. They're not as soft or pliable to move around, so it's easier the neurosurgeon said that the ideal time was between 7 and 13 months, I guess, to have this done. So we had it done at 11 months, like 3 days after her 11-month birthday. So she's doing great now. When she wakes up from her nap, I will come show you what she looks like now. And if you want to see what she looked like before, I will link my my blog post, which also talk about how we found out and her time in the PICU and with neurosurgery and kind of how everything went that day. But I also have other YouTube videos. They're my beauty videos where I'm holding her so you can see her head, or you can follow me on Instagram and I'll put that link there because I have tons of pictures of her before she got her surgery. I even have a before and after of the top of her head so that you can see what the difference is. So when she wakes up, I'll show you her scar and kind of how she's doing. She's actually doing great, and it's been exactly 3 weeks since she had her surgery. So I also, if any parents are watching this and they haven't heard about a place called craniocarebears.org, please check them out. They have been so helpful in our journey with Ryan's craniosynostosis. They sent us a care package. Like, you have to go on there and you say you request a care package. They sent us a care package, and I will gather up some of the things that they sent in there, but it was so much, and it was so nice to have that. And we also ordered her some shirts from there so that we could have an explanation, like when we're out in public, for why her head is shaved or why she looks the way she does. So when she wakes up, I will show you all those things, and I will show you her. So hold on. Okay, so this is Rye. This is her head. I think you get to see all of it like that. So this is 3 weeks post-op. Woohoo! We're over the hardest part in our cranio journey, which was the surgery and staying at the hospital. But she's doing great. She doesn't even notice hardly at all that something's going on unless I'm touching her scar. Then she touches it, but other than that, she's happy. She's happy, huh? So I'm really glad that it went really well. We had her surgery done at Kaiser Oakland. We live in the Bay Area of California. So anyway, I brought out some of the things that came in our cranio care package, so I just want to go through them with you. So this is a pen and a journal so that you can write about what is happening at the hospital or your feelings. So this is the next thing that was so important to us, was a little hat. So even though it's a little big, for the first 2 weeks we had her wearing a hat because we didn't want to get asked about it quite yet. I wasn't quite ready to answer questions about why her head looked like that. So the next thing we got, these are her favorite things in there, but we got a book in there about Elmo, and it has things you can move all around. And we got this little bunny blanket thing. We got a prayer chain, which she loves to play with. She's probably not supposed to, but she loves to play with it. Here you go. We got a little handmade blanket. We got a little outfit. We got some jammies. We got a whole bunch of toiletries. We got nail polish. Seriously, everything that was in there was really helpful and really useful in the Cranio Care package. And then these are some of the things that you can order off Cranio Care Bears that we liked the best. So this shirt says, "I've had work done." I've had work done, which I think is so cute. I'm glad we got that one. And then the whole family got matching, got Stitches, hey, shirts. So that was Rise that she just flew on the ground. This is mine. And then Daddy got a real baseball one that says "Got Stitches" on it like that, all from Cranio Care Bears. So, yeah, if anyone from Cranio Care Bears is watching, thank you so much for your care package. It really helped us out. And we're so thankful that we could order all those clothing items so that we, I don't know, kind of felt more comfortable when she's out in public, when she has her shirts on. She also has another shirt that says, forgive my hair, my neurosurgeon did it, which is really important for me because I do hair. I'm a hairstylist, so to have that one was really great too. So thank you for watching. I'd love to answer any questions. If anybody has any, just ask me. I am more than willing to reply. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.